Which older names will not become popular again? Gay for girls. And Gaylord for boys. I've known at least one of each, but they're much older. I lived near a lady called Gay. And her wife. Messed me up as a child because for a little while I thought that to be gay you had to be called gay. Her coming out conversation with her parents must have been so confusing. I'm gay. We know we named you. No. I mean, I'm a gay person. Yeah. We named you that because we wanted you to be happy. No. I'm a fucking homosexual. Oh sweetie, we know, you play softball and are a truck driver. I used to work a cosmetic counter. One of my customers, who was an older lady, was named Gay. Her last name, that she married into, was Love. So she walked around with the name Gay Love LOL. Friend of my mother's was similar, she married into the last name Gay. But her first name was Gay, pronounced Gay. She became Gay. It was a heterosexual marriage. Waste of a name, if you ask me. But maybe two gays make a straight. I have an uncle Gabriel, nickname Gay. His surname is Power. His fucking name is Gay Power. One of my best friends since 4th grade is named Gaylord, but he always used his middle name. He cursed his son with it too. LOL. WTF, that's diabolical. Why would you pass on a name you aren't willing to go by yourself? That just seems silly. I went to school with a kid named Just in Case. There's no way his parents didn't do that on purpose. I replaced a woman named Gay at my organization who retired a couple years ago. During the first few months, I would introduce myself with "I'm the new Gay." My great-grandfather, born in 1923, was named Elmo. It's now my middle name. I have never heard of another Elmo, even though the Lil Red Guy himself was named after a person. I had a friend from Germany, born 76, whose name was Elmer, and he went with Elmo as a nickname. Nobody thought it was weird. He was also a great guy, Rip 3, sad face. Alone Muppets lines, I had a Spanish professor in college named Gonzalo. He went by Gonzo. He was from Valencia, so he said it was Gontho. While that Elmo, Grover, and Kermit were all pretty normal names before Jim Henson made them Muppet names. My grandma's middle name was Dorcas. Is your last name Malorcas? Dolores Dorcas Malorcas. I never saw the spelling as anything but Dorcas. I feel like nobody is gonna be naming their kid Karen for quite a while at least. It's more likely that someone would name their kid Karen, judging how parents these days spell their kids' names like they're trying to register a unique username. Tragedy. I don't see Adolf making a comeback. Or, it's a choice. I work in casino financial compliance, I scroll through a lot of names. You'd be surprised by how many Adolfs I get. In Spanish countries, Adolfo is not a super unusual name. Hell, I had a great uncle that changed his name when he was 18 in 1940 because of a certain someone. He chose Adrian to replace it so his initials and monogrammed stuff would still be the same. An economical king, don't let that Nazi whack job win by forcing you to buy a new monogrammed bathrobe. Pubert. I like it. It's filthy. He has my father's eyes. Gomez, take those out of his mouth. Judas is not a very common name anymore. Judas Priest, dude, no shit. Nimrod. Haha, one of my exes had a brother with this name. All I could think of was Bugs Bunny insulting him. Nimrod is not an uncommon Hungarian name. Ebenezer. It's associated with one literary character and has been for well over a century. Kind of a shame that people forget he ultimately reformed. I want to say Wolfgang, but it's such a cool name, I hope I'm wrong. As a German, it's so funny to see Americans deem this name cool, while here it's pronounced very differently to the English Wolfgang, German VLFA, think Wolfgang, and is like the most typical math teacher name. My dad's name is Errol. Only one by that name I've ever met. I mean, I know an owl named Errol, but that's all. Homer and Bartholomew. And Herbert. Simpsons and Family Guy made sure no one would want to name their sons that. Interestingly, a lot of Borts. Isis. It's a beautiful name of an Egyptian goddess ruined by fucking Islamic State. There is a girl in our town named Isis. She is a teen now. I remember thinking it was such a pretty name when they were small and felt so bad for her when it became well known as a terrorist organization. Horace. Engelbert. Yes, the UK has a singer called Engelberg Humperdinck. Fanny. Lance. I never hear about anyone named Lance these days. In the past people used to be called Lance a lot. Cletus, not to be confused with clitoris. Anyone under the age of 100 on here with the name Cletus? Real bad feminization of male names. I worked in a nursing home with Earl Dean, Claudette, etc. My niece has a friend named Alexa. Haven't been as many Katrinas since 2005. Kermit. Bertha.